Overview of how to use a Data Studio dashboard. Along the top here, you have a lot of admin things that you don't necessarily need to use. The next row is where a lot of times you'll find the navigation for the dashboard itself. So each one of these links goes to a different page within the dashboard. Going down to the actual dashboard, typically along the top you'll see the title of the dashboard, a date range picker, and possibly some other filters. Here we have a filter to show multiple Google Analytics profiles, and then various filters to narrow down the data on the dashboard based on the Google Analytics dimension that we want to see. Going down into the dashboard, you can see a wide range of visualizations. We have scorecards, which is essentially just a metric. We have time charts, which shows the trend of activity over time. We have pie charts or donut charts that show breakdowns of different categories of metrics. We have area charts, which are very similar to line charts, but in this case, just slightly different visuals. We have maps where we can pinpoint metrics to specific locations that those metrics happened. And over to the right, we have tables that show table data. So it shows a breakdown of the dimension and then any particular metrics that you want to associate with that dimension. So one of the things that you've probably noticed as I'm scrolling around, if you hover over any of the time charts, you can see more detailed views of that particular point in time. So obviously, if you're just looking at this chart, you can't tell the exact data on January 16th, but if you hover over it, you can see that there are 1,444 users, and compared to last year, that's compared to 2020 users. So that's one thing. Another thing is underneath most of these scorecards is a percentage change up or down. That is the percentage change from the previous reporting period. Over to the right, we can see the tables. They have some pretty cool features built into them as well. So the first and most obvious is you can sort ascending or descending by whatever column you want to sort by. So if you wanted to sort this by sessions, you could click it and it would automatically sort by that column. Or if you wanted to go back to users, click that one, it sorts by that column. Another thing that you can use is what's called optional metrics. So the author of this report would have had to set this up in advance, but when you see this little icon up here, you can click it and toggle on certain metrics. So you can toggle them all off, or you can toggle them all on. This way you don't have to see everything all at once. If you only want to dive into sessions, as an example, you can do that to make it a little bit easier to read. You can also export data. So if you click the little three dot icon and then click export, it gives you the option to export in various file types and save it to your computer. So what this would do is save the data that's showing in this particular chart only, but you can go to any of these charts and export the data as you wish. So that is a very quick overview of the things that you can do on a Google Data Studio report. There's a lot more that you can do, but I wanted to cover some of the basics because a lot of people get to these dashboards and they have no idea what to do. So there you go.